Welcome to the TJL Newsbreak for July 8th, 2024. This is King Bob Wen, producer of the Jira Life, and we are looking at news and events that didn't quite make it this time around on the Jira Life podcast. On our last show, July 4th, we didn't quite get to these items because, well, we weren't in the studio. We decided to take July 4th off, put together some clips from season 2 and a little bit of season 1, and go off and celebrate the 4th of July. But with that, let's take a look at these news and events that have kind of happened around this time. So the first event that I need to talk about is that there is now a location for TEAM24 Europe. That's right, Barcelona, Europe. So right now for October 8th, 9th, and 10th, TEAM24 Europe edition is all set with Barcelona. Right now they are doing a call to speakers, and later on near the end of the month, they will start registrations. So let's keep our eye on that. Now, coming up, another thing that has started happening is that startups are now getting some more support. So a few weeks ago, Atlassian announced Atlassian for Startups, which allowed startups to get 50 seats of Jira, Confluence, Trello, Bitbucket, and Loom for free. And we're now starting to see that they have announced office hours for these startups with the Atlassian customer success team. So really, really great news for startups. Now, some enhancements that have just been announced for Atlassian. They are moving forward with better incident management inside of JSM. They've started absorbing some of the features or allowing some of the parts of OpsGenie to be configured inside of JSM. One other thing that they're allowing for within JSM is that now incidents and alerts can be connected with more than one Trello workplace or more than one Microsoft Teams workspace. So really, really interesting to allow for these better capabilities. We now have some, we're now going to shift to a few housekeeping measures from support. And one of them is that there is a little bit of a warning that in 30 days, the Bitbucket Cloud team will be taking a look at all of the workspaces on Bitbucket Cloud and deleting any empty workspaces. So if you had tried to set up Bitbucket Cloud and set up a test workspace, didn't put any data in the repos or anything like that, it will be gone by the end of the month. And one last thing, as far as the new Atlassian platform is concerned, a big change because of that platform is they're going to do a little bit of a renumbering. For years, we have always seen that JSM, Jira Service Management, was on a different numbering scheme than Jira Software or Jira. And that was always something that was a little bit of a point of confusion. Well, what they're doing now is when the next major version of the platform comes out, Jira Service Management 6.0 will get promoted. They're really just going to change the numbering to 10.0 to be in line with the other version numbers for Jira. And so that's something that we'll see with the when the platform gets released. So now we're going to pivot from news to events. And the first event that I would like to talk about and hopefully invite you guys to is a virtual event. And that is our friends of the show, the Trelomies out there, Brittany Joyner, Mike Day. They're setting up a brand new Atlassian community event, brand new ACE, called the Trello Trailblazers. And their kickoff is going to be happening on July 10th. Also on July 10th, the Nashville ACE is having a summer social, basically a way for you to beat the heat and get some nice cold beverages. So be sure to enjoy this purely social atmosphere. Now we turn from that to some virtual events, and to be more specific, our live learning events coming up. And the first one has a very familiar face. We are doing the July cohort of live learning. And up first is co-host Alex Ortiz, and he is actually going to be focusing on Jira, but from the persona of a Scrum Master. So if you are a Scrum Master and you are looking to succeed while having Jira, this live learning session just might be for you. This is going to be on July 11th. And also on July 11th, Robert Heen is going to be taking the Confluence perspective. He'll be looking at Confluence for project management. Turning back to live events, in-person events, we are going to take a look at some new ACEs that are starting to emerge. And the first one is going to happen in Prague. So Prague is starting up their new ACE. They're having their kickoff meeting on July 11th. And another ACE that is having a social event is Oshawa, Canada. Just a nice networking event held at the Starbucks on July 11th. And then one more kickoff that we should know about is happening in Gdansk, Poland on July 15th. And this will be really, really interesting. They're going to have talks with AppFire, Divinity, Tempo, and Atlassian. And finally, on our live learning events, on July 15th, we're going to have friend of the show, Jimmy Seddon of Jimmy Talks Jira, and he is going to premiere for the July cohort a look at the ACA 900, or the Jira Software Essentials exam. So, interesting to have all of these events and news events. Links to all of them will be in the description for the YouTube recording. And with that, this is producer King Bob Wen signing off.